Okay, I'm replying to the first 34 seconds. I'll watch the rest later. Look, you said that nobody would go into the sex industry, that we're saying, that I'm saying, nobody would go into the sex industry unless they had some sort of sexual abuse or problem or something like that. I did not say that. I do not believe that. That to me is like saying that since I believe that African Americans are at a higher risk for sickle cell anemia, that I'm saying that in order to be an African American, you must have sickle cell anemia. Okay, that makes no fucking sense. I'm not saying that. You want to be sloppy with those kinds of comments, you take responsibility. What I'm saying is that we need to study the actual statistics. I looked up some of these. I'm going to keep looking them up. I have a high standard for this kind of thing because it's so volatile. People will bullshit you. You can't go to just any old website. You need to go to .edu. You need to go to scientific journals, a lot of which require money to get, the latest stuff, and you have to be happy with getting maybe information that's a little bit older. You can find articles that refer to the scientific data and take it from there. And that's what I want to do when I'm analyzing how to regulate, because I think we're talking about how to regulate this, and it's not simple. And I think the Nevada model is not something to rest our laurels on. It might be better than nothing, and in the sense of, well, let's make it legal. What do we do first? Yeah, adopt that kind of model, some common sense regulations that have been shown to have a positive effect. Great. All right. As far as taking care of the weak, that's not the point. I am not taking care of somebody because I don't want them to get screwed. That's not how I see it. It's true I don't want them to get screwed, but I largely believe in a libertarian style that is, a lot more their responsibility than mine. It depends on how they're screwed. See, the thing is, let's take the example of slavery being illegal. You can't go and say, hey, I'd like to sell my freedom to you for $1 million. Yeah, I'll be a slave the rest of my life, but I could give that million to my kids. Right? I cannot do that. Is that to protect me? The fact that I say someone else can't do that, am I trying to protect them? I don't really think that's the why. I think it does protect them, potentially. But let's say that's the best deal they have. Maybe that was a good deal for them. Maybe the guy that was going to buy him is a really nice owner. He treats you like you're free. I don't know. I don't care. Tough luck. I don't want to live in a society. It's for my own interests. I don't want to live in a society where you can be enslaved, where me and mine have to deal with that force, that market force. I don't want to compete with slave labor. I don't want to become slave labor. I don't want to see slave labor. All right. The fact that a slave is victimized is just why anybody that thinks they might be a slave should join forces with me. Slaves that existed, if I was discussing this while they were slaves, I would expect them to share my opinion because it's in their best interest. Okay, that doesn't mean that protecting them is the idea, protecting them from themselves. No, I want to protect them. The reason, if they say they do want to be a slave, that I don't want to allow it, is no longer to protect them. I'm interested in protecting those that say I don't want to be a slave and they're making me be. The ones that want to be a slave, I can't claim to be protecting them. I'm not protecting them from themselves. I'm protecting me from them. That attitude should not construct my culture. Right? I happen to believe that prostitution is way more justifiable than slavery. Um, the overlaps that there are in this an area often oppressed, like overlaps in farm work, farm labor, and slavery. Those could be incidental. Maybe there's something fundamental. I don't know. But in terms of the sexual hang-up issue, it's definitely not just the people that want to make it illegal that have sexual hang-ups that are going to contribute to this problem. The clientele are the major one that have sexual, allowing an industry to feed that against not every single one or every single time, but statistically, we need to take into account, for example, if you legalize prostitution, you find there's violent, violent clientele, and so you find it's a really dangerous job. Well, then you have to crack down. You'd have to have, like Pete showed what they do security-wise. You'd have to force that. You'd have to say you have to have this. On the other hand, if there's not much of an incidence of that, then you could say, okay, be private. Just like if there was not much incidence of sexual diseases and they'd all been stamped out, then you wouldn't have to have the condom law. Or maybe you would because of, you could force the pill, or I don't know. You have to make all kinds of detailed decisions, based on the situation. And so anyway, so the main thing is that I don't accept. Statistics don't work that way. If I say statistically something is likely in a group, that doesn't mean every person in the group has that. But it does mean that when you're doing something about that group, like let's make a hospital for this kind of group so that they could have their special medical problems that nobody else has treated with full attention, then you want to know what those things are, right? Now, maybe I'm wrong that there's childhood abuse issues in sex work. Maybe somebody should find those statistics. Like I say, I'll keep looking.